And that song completed. Like a brick dropping.
Okay, so we're out, or we're clear.
We're good.
Okay, sweet.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Okay, I'm getting a disconnected thing right above my name. And
roll 20.
No, in Discord.
You're still coming through pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so welcome back to another adventure of Star Trek Tempest. We need to do some wrap up from the last gaming session, including reputation, milestone, and just general wrap up of the story. And really, the only wrap up that we need to focus on is the fact that TS was transferred off, much to everybody's pleasure.
TS was transferred off?
Yep.
Well, considering what was going on, that's kind of a given. It's kind of a thing that's probably going to happen.
You did get a new officer when TS was transferred off.
Oh.
He is a medical officer. So, Dr. Nari, you have a Cryon medical officer.
This will not end well.
Actually, looking over his well, what there is of his service record, he is not an experienced Cryon officer. This is his first time outside of their region of space. So he's also fairly young.
What's his name?
Dathan.
Daven with a V?
Dathan. Dathan. Dathan.
Okay. I'm writing stuff down so I remember.
His name is now you there.
Such as
and I'm pretty sure the Cryon removed all their molars too.
No.
Saves me time.
What's that?
I said saves me time.
Saves you time. Look, you are not the ship's dentist. You are the chief medical officer.
In certain situations, wouldn't that be the same thing?
Yes.
Well, technically not for Che. He'd have to go see the vet.
That's racist. Why you gotta be so racist against cat people, huh? Huh? What have I ever done to you other than leave hairballs all over the ship?
Well, they do have to have a specialist on board, because there's really nobody qualified to sit there and look after you.
Well, somebody is a party pooper, considering that you're the only pacifist on the ship now.
Am I?
I'm pretty sure that there's at least one other Cation on the ship. There aren't nearly as many as there were when Lauren was chief science officer.
All by myself.
You're not all by yourself. You have Lister.
All by myself.
I still just it cracks me up so much that the cat person hangs out with a character named Lister.
Why?
Because Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and deal with reputation first. So, let me get to the tab. With reputation, you, Emily, just so you know, I tally there are positives and negatives that you can take from your reputation. At the end of an adventure, you roll however many d20s that you have positives, and you need to have as many successes or more of the negative reputation hits that you have. Or else you lose reputation. If you lose enough reputation, you start dealing with confinement, brig time, court martial, stuff like that.
Or demotion. Or demotion.
Or demotion.
Most of the time it's demotion. The crew's starting to give you dirty looks in the mess hall, things like that.
Well, in Emily's case, it would be more dirty looks, because, it's still, the Dominion War is still kind of fresh. So I'm sure that there's a certain amount of dirty looks that she's already getting. Not that she cares.
Nope.
So, I need for you to roll. Let me see if you can roll on your reputation. I don't know. Oh. Okay, so,
I swear, whoever's chewing, if you unmute to chew in the mic again, I will go down there and slap you.
it would be Darby.
Darby, slapping.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was that loud. I'll start muting.
Okay, so let
Push
me
to talk
make
is your
sure.
friend.
Merle should have 15 reputation. No. Okay, so, what you need to do is go to your character sheet, click on the gear up at the top for Starfleet personnel. You will see the reputation. I have listed, and okay, I'm just gonna check something right quick. That does not seem to be working. Okay, so just because I need to check something. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Because it doesn't look like rolling reputation works. Okay, so okay, so what you need to do is I will let you guys know.
How many dice we roll, and then we put it in that little box at the end, and then hit the button?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I think, with the exception of morale, everybody's reputation should be at 12.
Can anyone hear me right now?
Yes, we can hear you.
So everybody's reputation should be at 12, with the exception of morale, who's at 15. Now, everyone is going to be getting 1 die.
I am confused.
Okay, so with your character sheet, Emily, right now, see how it says sheet settings? You're on your main
Yeah.
sheet. Okay, the little gear next to it, go ahead and hit. Okay, so your reputation is not where it's supposed to be, so I will put it there. Okay, so your wait, privileges should not be 2. Your privilege should be 1.
I don't know. I didn't do it.
I know, it's the sheet. And
Hey, Jimmy, can you repeat everything you just said? My mic, for some reason, I couldn't hear anybody, and apparently y'all couldn't hear me.
We can hear you just fine.
You know what, Emily, just go ahead. Don't worry about the privilege. Just where you see the 0, go ahead and put just follow on the right. For the 0, go ahead and put 1.
Uh-huh.
And then hit the die roll. Okay. So Darby, open your character sheet.
Yep. And what am I doing?
Go to sheet settings. Or see where it says Starfleet personnel file? At the very top. Click on the gear.
I opened up my character sheet, but
At the very top, you should see in yellow text Starfleet personnel file. And there should be a gear right next to it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The responsibility is actually 12.
So, am I changing that, or?
No, but your rank is different. Okay, so go ahead and put a 1 where you see the 0.
Oh, where I can do the die roll thing?
Put a 1.
Okay.
And click out of it.
Okay. Okay.
No. Okay, now roll.
Oh, just roll it?
Okay, and babe, go ahead and do yours. Yes, everybody just had 1 this time.
I also had 1.
Josh? Yes. That did not work. Hang on, let me... What the hell? This has to be the most stupid thing. Why is it like this? Okay, so you didn't get any successes. What?
Why did mine not show up?
I don't know. Let me check something right quick. This is kind of... Okay. I don't get this.
You want me just to throw out a D20 normally?
Why is it that it rolls for me but not for you guys?
It rolled for me fine.
Rolled me fine for me that time too.
Okay, babe, you want to try it again with your character sheet?
Jimmy is forbidden from
Okay.
rolling a reputation from now on, considering he rolls low.
All the zeros. Okay, so Nar, your reputation didn't go up any. Everybody else's did by 1. Do me a favor. In Discord, see the voice chat?
Mm-hmm.
Right click on my name. And mute me. I don't actually know if that's going to work.
Okay, I did so.
Crap.
Why? What are you trying to do?
Well, there's a reverb going on, and I can't focus.
Who's not on push to talk?
I am not.
You don't have to be.
Sue, I'm going to go to push to talk.
Is Darby on push to talk?
Darby's in a different room.
Oh, I'm in the Tempest thing under General.
Darby, you are in a different room in the apartment.
Oh, okay. Speaking of which, Jimmy, did you want us just to change it ourselves, or did you want to change a rep?
I'll do it.
Okay. I'll leave it alone.
So, did you want to go to push to talk, babe? Or did you? You can set your push to talk button, I think. Go to settings. And then, let's see if I can do this. Both Maral and Che have a normal milestone.
Hooray for getting hurt!
Okay. It should say in the settings. Like for, I go to
Do.
Wasn't me.
So are you on push to talk?
Yes.
Okay. So, with
Sorry, my reputation goes up by 1.
yeah. Wait, what the hell? Oh. So with the crew rotation done, you guys are still in the same region of space. Um, I'm just gonna start this off by saying, what is everybody doing after the events of the last mission?
After going to the holo... Wait, we have some free time?
Mm, yeah, I'll say that 24 hours passes.
Okay. During her free time, Lisa's probably gone to the holodeck
Okay.
a little bit. Is this right after the event with TS?
Within 24 hours.
Okay, so she's blown off some steam in the holodeck because she is really pissed off, and probably has scheduled a time with the psychiatrist.
The counselor?
Counselor, yeah.
Okay. Emily, what are you doing?
Working.
Working? Is somebody a workaholic?
I mean, I got a whole sick bay to get used to.
With the cryon officer now.
Yes. Well,
Oh yeah.
And lots
Yeah.
of teeth to
my
pull.
work is more important than that jerk.
That jerk.
And not to mention the teeth that you have to pull out.
She doesn't pull out everybody's teeth, just the Cardassians.
Marala went to one of the other holodecks to do her training, her calisthenics training program.
You mean Jimaharan over the falls?
No, the one that involves combat training.
Okay.
Che is down in the science decks, going over everyone's various projects, helping out where he can, trying to get to know the department he's apparently now chief of,
Okay.
or at least like familiarizing with everyone's projects, where they're at. And attempting to be more friendly than he usually is. He'd at least like his staff to like them and to like him.
Well, you're 25% of the way of having the science team like you.
Good. I'm doing something right.
It was Lister, so I mean.
So who are my other two individuals?
There is Hudson.
Hudson.
Who grew up on a river?
Fuck, I forgot his name. Oh, Fulmer. Ensign Fulmer.
Hudson Fulmer. What's Hudson's rank?
Ensign.
Ensign.
And then there is Hargrove. Those are your 4 key personnel. And you've worked with Fulmer before. Poor Ensign Fulmer.
Poor Ensign Fulmer. I'm sorry, what was the last one's name? Hudson Fulmer and
Hargrove. Hargrove.
Okay. And what are their species and projects?
Fulmer is a geologist. And currently, Frank is sending something. Or has said something.
Oh my. You have earned his disdain.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I earn his disdain almost on a daily basis.
Okay, so Fulmer's a geologist.
You know that Lister is the botanist.
And a Zinti.
And she is half Zindi. Fulmer is human. Actually, with the exception of Lister, everyone is human.
Got it. Should have figured that out considering their names.
Well, technically, if you're going by names, Lister is a human name, too.
Well, she is half Zinti. So
Stop signing stuff to me, bitch.
So we have a human geologist, a botanist. What's
A
Hudson?
botanist. I'm trying to remember what exactly Hudson was. She is a hypochondriac. She.
Oh yeah, she was the one who thought that the commander was out to sleep with her.
Yes. Wait, no. I think she was saying that the commander pushed her.
Right, sexual harassment. Got it.
I believe that Hudson was the zoologist, or the zoologist. And then Hargrove is stellar cartographer.
Hargrove is evil.
Hargrove is not evil. Why would you say Hargrove is evil?
Well,
Because it's true.
Is evil. Got it.
There's multiple people in the science department. These are kind of the ones that you work with the most.
Yeah, they're like my ensigns and my direct contacts.
Yeah, right. They're your department heads within your department.
Right, exactly. Che doesn't associate with interns.
I'm sorry, do I share this lab with you? Then why the fuck are you talking to me? Oh, you're gonna fit right in with the science.
But no, the staff is all noted down. Good. I just wanted to know.
Yes, and just so you know, in case you forgot, there is I won't say an official rivalry, but your science team does not work well with the medical department. something about allocating resources, one-upsmanship, stuff like that.
What resources?
It has never been actually stated.
Lab time, computers, all that kind of stuff. Things you need to run your shop.
It's
Yeah.
not the entirety of the science department. Lister really doesn't interact with most people. But like Hudson has a problem with a lot of people on the ship.
Well, she's a little paranoid, so.
Yes, she is a little paranoid. And Fulmer, well, the most issues he's had is watching a human girl get devoured in front of him.
We haven't broken in Hargrove yet.
No, Hargrove. Yeah.
HA, just get Hudson by an airlock, and I'll walk by casually and just push her out. Problem solved.
Don't make me roll up a newspaper and boop the snoot with it.
I don't think it's a good idea to validate the paranoid individual's paranoias. This never ends well.
I'll wear a disguise.
Suffice to say that Hudson spends a lot of time with Counselor Zota.
Of course, as do we all.
Yeah, she is apparently very popular.
So, yes, that's what Che's been doing. He's been getting to know his staff and helping on their projects.
Okay.
Attempting to strike up professional friendships.
And feeding Hudson's paranoia.
Endlessly.
Endlessly.
I mean,
Oh, great.
come on now. You have a paranoid hypochondriac in your science division, and you just barely made her boss a cat that's capable of sneaking up on her at any point and any time with relative ease. That's gonna go wonderfully.
To be fair, her last boss was also Acacia.
Yes, so I imagine she might be used to it, as Che just kind of appears behind her and goes, "Hey Hudson, what you doing?"
Okay, so you're gonna be tormenting your zoologist. Gotcha.
Not tormenting. We're gonna call it immersion therapy.
Training.
Yes, training and immersion therapy.
Okay. I'm almost. Oh God. I'll do it later. Okay, so I will say that it's the next day's duty shift. Nar, the Dathan, crewman Dathan seems to be trying very hard to impress you.
Okay.
But it's funny. I sit there and snickered, and then Emily snickered right afterwards. It's funny.
When you uh when you left, he was still on duty. He was there before you clocked in for your duty shift, and he's just really trying to put his best foot forward.
That's fine. Like, he can do that all he wants.
Not impressed.
So,
He's not getting anything from me.
oh sure, one cryon betrays your trust.
Just an acknowledgement of the work he's doing, like anybody else. Which
Well-
probably also isn't much, to be fair.
Well, any praise that you offer, he looks very appreciative.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it praise, but
Well,
it's acknowledgement.
If it's nice or acknowledgement, you know, he seems to take pleasure in that.
Emily, is there any paperwork your character does not want to do? Now's the time to give it to him.
No.
Okay, so Frank, on your way up to report for duty,
Yeah.
you are in the turbo lift. When the doors open, you step through, and I need you to roll me. Presence and science.
Range and task.
Range is 1. Task is 2. No focus. Wait. What is going on with this? Why? It's not even showing. Yes. Ignore my roll. I'm just. I rolled challenge. Oh yeah, no. Sorry. That's fine. Well.
That's consistency for you.
Why? Why am I rolling this anyway?
Well, you were reading the pad that had the officer reports and stuff like that, and the first thing that sounds odd to you is the turbo lift doors closing. There's it's heavier. The door sounds heavier. It's louder. Also, there's a smell on the bridge.
We've been betrayed by those cryon bastards.
Shoot the new intern.
I look around. What do I see?
You're on a Klingon bridge.
Funny, this looks like the Tempest. Is there anybody on the bridge other than me?
Oh yeah. Currently, the bridge has gone to red alert.
Okay, I'm looking around, and do I recognize the faces?
Yes, you do.
Okay, who do I see?
In the command chair is your father, and at the helm is Kemtar.
Okay, seeing that it's red alert, do I know what my station is?
No, you're still wearing your Starfleet uniform.
I basically sit there and look around and go, what is going on?
At that point, you see the person at the tactical console look at you and draw his dagger. And he charges for you.
I get in the battle ready stance and
Did anybody else hear him?
No,
He didn't push.
Nuh-uh.
I heard
sorry,
sounds.
shut up, Darby. I get into a battle stance, dropping the pad, and prepare for the attack.
Okay. Just as he gets to you, you feel a hand on your arm. And I need you to roll another presence and science roll.
Same range and task.
Yep. Okay. You're back on the Tempest. And Natan has you by the arm. Commander, are you alright?
No, seems to be going on.
What do you mean?
Before you touched me, I was playing on bridge with my father and my brother.
Report to sickbay.
Heads back into the turbo lift and heads to sick bay.
Okay. So Josh, it is the beginning of the new day. What are you doing?
It's 24 hours since that little episode have elapsed.
Yes.
I have a few hours before duty. Noting how some of my staff were talking about the rivalry with the medical department after Che gets his usual things done, feeds his little pet, slash homesick meal.
Okay.
He heads down to sickbay to see if Dr. Nar is on duty.
Okay. So as you are heading down to sickbay, the minute you step through the turbolift doors, guess what I need you to roll?
Presence and science.
Yep.
No focus, right?
Let me just double check that quick, because
This is a gambling roll, isn't it? No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not a gambling roll.
No focus.
Yes, focus.
Oh snap! Well, even with focus.
Fuck me.
Hello, I am Shay. The gods of probability are my bitch.
Why does he get to use a focus?
You'll find out here in a second. So you step off the turbo lift, and you are back at your homestead.
Oh, what part of it? Am I outside or inside the building?
You are
That
outside.
sounds 40.
You're just outside of your of the house.
Shay looks about a little incredulously and begins to move to where his father would normally have the equipment they'd use to scan the forest.
You find it.
Because noting the sun and
Oh, it's nighttime at the moment.
it's nighttime at the moment. Then yes, you wouldn't have done that because I figured time of day would correlate. But it's a completely different time. Okay, rewinding then a moment. Knowing that it's nighttime, he immediately turns around to look back at the house where his family would be at that time of night.
Okay, you can see that there are lights on in the house.
He kind of leans up against the wall by a window and kind of observes them for just a moment.
Okay, at this point, you can see that there's this massive spread on the table, and you can see your father sitting down with your mother and your siblings. And on the other side of this table, you notice that there are Farazas.
It's Cation Thanksgiving.
That's actually what I was about to ask. Can by Shay takes note of things. I guess in addition to being slightly shocked by the whole Farazan thing, he takes note of the spread and what's being served. Is this some form of holiday?
It does appear that there's a celebration going on, but you don't know exactly what the celebration is.
I'm gonna make a roll real quick.
Go ahead. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna see if Shay freaks out.
Oh, okay. So roll your daring and command. Yeah, sure. Let's go with command. Oh, you don't have any stress at the moment.
1 success. Yes or no? Does Shay keep his cool?
I will say yes. He only needed 1 success.
Shay takes a deep breath and heads inside to the house.
Okay. You are greeted by your family. They seem very happy. And then you see the Farazan. At which point your youngest sister comes up and says, "Happy Reunification Day."
Shay's jaw drops.
The fuck?
I take stock of their faces. Do they look older than I remember?
No.
Che, being relatively familiar with flashbacks and unbidden flashbacks, slaps himself in the face.
Okay, go ahead and roll a presence and science roll again.
And I get focus.
No, not this time.
One success.
Okay. You slap yourself as hard as you possibly can, and you're back on your ship. Just outside the turbolift in the hallway.
He immediately heads towards medical bay, as though nothing is wrong, and he resumes his previous course of action.
Okay. Darby, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. I just heard somebody leave, so I didn't know if you were still
That was
Kimberly.
that was Kimberly.
there. Okay. So,
It's only been 30 minutes. Give me some credit.
never any credit whatsoever. I think it's a greater likelihood that Emily will accept the Cryon medical officer before I give you any credit.
That's some pretty low odds.
So, Emily, about you and that cryon officer.
Maha.
Come on, Emily. You know you're gonna love Dathan.
I mean, how much are you willing to pay me?
Oh my God, Emily! It's always about money. Poor.
2 bits.
2 bits.
No.
It's still not worth it. So it's not worth the 2 bits to like him.
Okay, 4
Nope.
bits.
Oh, well, no.
How much teeth?
We don't accept that currency here. That's from a much more ridiculous universe than this.
Okay, final offer. 6 bits, and I'll make you ruler of Cardassia.
No.
Okay, so Lisa Hartley, I'm going to say that it is the morning. You have successfully gotten ready for duty,
Okay.
and just to speed things up, as you are leaving your quarters, go ahead and give me a presence and science roll.
Oh, yay.
Mm-hmm.
I get to join in
And
on the
she
fun.
rips her gymnastic unisex tard.
Wait, why is it
What?
still on this page? So I'm doing a presence.
And science.
Oh, well, I'm fucked.
Probably, yeah.
A complication range 2, 1 task.
Nope. 1 complication, 2 task.
Okay. Focus says nope.
Nope. Actually, wait. Before you roll, let me just double check character sheet.
I'm just happy I got one success.
So yeah, nothing. Okay, so you leave your quarters, and all of this suddenly you realize the lighting has changed.
I take a second look around. Why has the lighting been changed?
You don't entirely know. As a matter of fact, there's kind of an orange hue in the corridor. But as you're looking around, you also do notice that the layout of the hallway is also different.
Start going towards the orange glow.
It,
But
it
I'm being cautious.
it's all along the hallway, Darby. You know in a starship where the white lights on, it's all orange.
Oh, okay. I start heading towards confused. I start heading down following the corridor.
All right, so as you get to where you see a turbo lift, you notice that the icons on the door are dramatically different.
The icons?
Yeah, you know the where it says like this is the turbo lift, or these are the quarters or transporter room. Little icon, the iconography on the door to let you know where you're at is
Okay, do I
dramatically different.
recognize it?
Go ahead and give me a insight and security.
Oh, okay. I have a chance with this one. Insight and security. One and two?
Yep. You think you don't completely recognize the emblem where the Starfleet logo would be, but you can almost swear that it has kind of a Ferengi feel to it. And as you are staring at it, you see the doors open and out walks uh, uh, this this woman wearing a black uniform with the same icon where your comm badge would normally be, but the uniform is also kind of like a long jacket.
I take just as the doors were opening, I probably took a few steps back and I ask, "Who are you?"
Lieutenant Hartley, why are you out of your uniform?
I give her a confused look, and then I ask, "Where am I?"
Well, sitting here in a little bit. She says, well, this is a new excuse for you. One would have thought that your hypochondriac self would have learned from the last hospital visit that you really can't afford such a thing. For being out of uniform, I'm going to dock you 2 bars of gold press Latin, not to mention whatever
Oh, snap.
the infirmary charges you. Go see the doctor. Now.
I just. Oh. I drop into a combat stance, into a Federation combat stance, and I ask again and I say, where the hell am I?
You truly are pathetic. Report to the infirmary or I will have you spaced.
So I'm gonna think of my next move here real quick.
Go ahead. What's your luck? Attack. Attack.
Well, I'm thinking.
You can do it.
I ask him where the medical bay is.
Deck 11, Section 23. You waste any more of my time, and I will charge you more.
Okay. Maybe I'll get some answers out of the medical staff.
Only if
So
you
I
offer
go.
them enough money.
Oh, I just figured out who I'm going to get the money from. Um, I go to. I make my way to deck 11, section
Okay.
3.
When you enter the turbo lift again, roll your. I need you to roll your presence and science again.
I may be in this stream for a while. You realize this, right? Judging how low these stats are. Wait, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so you are continuing on. Frank, as you are heading down to the infirmary or to sick bay, you notice that Lieutenant Hartley steps in. Doesn't seem to notice you whatsoever.
Okay.
And the doors close. And, you know, and Lieutenant Hartley orders the turbo lift to go to waste reclamation.
I find the request that she made kind of odd, so I just follow along. I go along with her to see why she's heading that direction, because this doesn't seem like this is something she would go to do. That, and I find that Lieutenant Hartley's an odd person.
Okay, so Darby, you are walking along.
Yes?
This this is very unusual. Where you're at the ship, all along the way to the infirmary, you see shops.
Really?
Yep.
Is there anybody manning the shops?
Yes. You see
Well,
Ferengi merchants. You see a Bolian.
I'm gonna go up to a bullion. And I'm going to ask him where I am.
Since I'm following her, do I hear her ask you these questions?
Yeah, actually, what happens with you is you see her stop right in front of a wall console, and she's going, "Where am I?"
Oh, this should be interesting for Frank. How does the bullion respond?
He just looks at you and goes, "What do you want, Hartley?"
I want to know what ship I'm on.
Oh, so I see you've been hitting the booze again.
I don't drink.
Sure you don't.
At this point, Hartley is getting a bit frustrated.
Man, that is one snappy ass bullion.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. I do. It's just unusual for a bullion. They're known for being very personable, and this one's just like, nope, none of your shit. No. And I love it. I love it.
Why do you think I went to the bullion instead of the Frankie? Yeah, so there's a bit of frustration in her voice at this point when she says, I don't drink.
So you hear that, Frank? Where am I? I don't drink. And she's saying this to a wall console. Man, this is awesome.
Does the wall console even respond at all?
No, because technically Hartley has to reach up and activate the console to do anything with it. So she's just sitting there talking to this blank glass interface.
I look around. Is there anybody else in the corridor?
You. Hmm. You know what? I will go ahead and just do this. Okay, that did that. Well, okay, so no, there isn't anybody.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, that means I don't have to make up any word story. I just let her continue on. I'm going to observe and wait and make sure she doesn't hurt herself too much.
Okay, so you're talking to this bully, Darby.
Real quick, just because I'm gonna play out my character. Do you mind if I roll a dice to see if she maintains her cool?
I believe that would be a control and command.
Control and command, because technically, yeah. I think I
Roll
only
two.
did one dice. I'm gonna roll again just because I think I only did one dice or did one.
Nope, that was two dice. There are two numbers.
Okay.
So you got one success. You're able to control yourself.
The anger is showing in my voice. But I continue on to the medical bay.
Okay.
She's having a bit of an anger issue right now.
So the Hartley arrives at waste reclamation. I need Hartley to roll another presence in science. And are you having fun rotating your picture?
Yes. A lot of fun.
It's distracting me, but go ahead. All I see is Yep, yep. I gotta fit in the chair. Gotta fit in the chair. Okay.
How bad is it this time? Oh, yay.
Uh-huh. That's a red 0.
Yeah, like my other red 0.
Okay, so door opens. You are in the infirmary. He is in waste reclamation.
I
I mean, you
follow her
realize
in,
I have to roll a 9 or lower in this situation.
but
So,
I follow her in. Is there anybody in waste reclamation?
yes.
I quickly explain to them. I say, she's sleepwalking. Do not disturb her. But keep her. But if she's gonna, but let not let her injure herself.
Why is Che in the toilet? Okay, uh, oh, are you trying to say that Che went to waste reclamation? Um, okay, so they look very perplexed, but since it's you that's asking, they're kind of just stepping away, continuing on with their duties. Duty. Anyway,
He says, while Josh has Che's icon on the toilet.
um, you so Darby, you get into the infirmary,
Where's the doctor?
sitting at their console.
I walk up to the doctor.
Where's she walking to?
To one of the matter reclamators.
I stand ready to prevent her from doing anything stupid.
Okay.
I demand to know what ship I'm on. And since Frank's around, he hears a bunch of frustration and anger come out of my voice.
I see somebody has been drinking again.
But what ship am I on?
I see you really hit the Aldebaran whiskey this time. But I'll also remind you, you take that tone with me and I'll make sure you suffer through whatever recovery I give you. Money be damned.
Did he really say that to me?
Yes, he did.
Inside control and security to, to see if I can stay calm because she's getting really frustrated.
It would be control and command.
Like,
I'm gonna say with the you're perfectly fine.
okay. I take a few deep breaths
Okay.
and I say, look, you can smell my breath. I have not been drinking. Where am I? You can take a test if you want.
Hop on the bio bed.
Is she about to do something stupid?
Yeah.
I'm hopping on the bio bed.
This is where I stop her.
Okay. Darby, go ahead and roll a presence in science.
0 and 1. Yay. But at least it's not a critical fail this time.
Okay. You are yanked away at the last minute, and as the shock settles in about something pushing you away from the biobed, you realize you're now in waste reclamation.
What was I about to hop onto where the biobed was?
The matter recycler.
I take a few deep breaths and I take a moment. I'm looking around and I look at the commander. I'm seeing the commander right in front of me.
Technically a little bit behind you.
Okay. I stop. I look around. After seeing the commander, I look at the commander. I say, "Sir, permission to report to sickbay."
That sounds like a good idea. I'm sure the doctor will give you something for your sleepwalking.
I look at the commander confused and say, "Yes, sir. Thank you."
Okay, so all roads lead to sickbay. Dr. Nar, you are now incredibly popular. First, Lieutenant Che came in, and shortly after that, the commander and Lieutenant Hartley come walking in.
As they walk into that office, Che is walking out of the bathroom.
And what seems to be the problem today?
I believe during our last mission, I may have received more damage to my cranium, to my head, than there seems to be something wrong with my brain.
Uh-huh.
No argument. Continue.
Che looks at those assembled.
I seem to be experiencing very realistic hallucinations. Out of character. Brain wrong, you fix. That's how I feel when I first came in.
First of all, have you eaten or drink anything recently that you maybe haven't before? Something odd? Something that tasted odd?
No, nothing that no.
Have you eaten or drinking anything at all? Period.
Yes.
Today. Okay. Good to know.
I have had breakfast.
All right, we can do a tox panel just to make sure, and I'll go ahead and work you up some neurological scans. If you'll just go ahead and lie down on the biomed. You there?
When you say biobed, there is a kind of hesitation to my character as I look at the commander.
So, when you say "you there," the Dathan looks up and goes, "Are you talking to me, Doctor?
Yes.
What can I do for you?"
I'd like you to check him, or do the full toxin screen for specifically looking for hallucinogens, anything he might have come in contact with, or she might have come in contact with recently. And also I'd like you to do a full neurological scan for, well, I don't know, anything unusual.
Very well, Doctor.
All right, who else? What's next?
Che looks at the commander, looks around, and goes, "Why is it always us? Why?"
Well, out of character, it's because you guys are the stars of the show.
Che is slowly becoming more genre savvy and more genre jaded.
He replies to you, I think this has something to do with basically Q fucking with us at the first beginning.
It very well might.
All right, hold on. You're talking to each other, but not to me. What are you both here for? Same thing? Is that what I'm getting here?
Yes.
All right.
In essence, yes. Well, I was here for something else.
Okay, what are you here for?
But that's not important anymore because I had the same sort of symptoms that they did as they walked here. I was here for something far more nice.
All right, well, go ahead and get yourselves up on the bottom bed, and I'm going to have a look myself.
Just a note, before I got into the bio bed, I did kind of feel around to make sure it felt solid.
Yes, everything feels solid.
Okay.
Jay, do you have Cation herpes?
Cajuns don't get the herpes.
They get fleas.
We get this thing. Was that in character?
No, that was out of character.
No, I'm not talking
Sorry,
to Frank.
No.
Okay.
He's got ticks.
Onto the beds, please. Let's get this started.
Yeah, Jay hops up on a bed.
Excellent. All right, well then I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna start having a look them over. Want to check them for toxins in case there's something slipped something to them. They had something unusual, or maybe just the replicators malfunctioning, that kind of thing. Also, of course, the neurological workup.
I'm on the bed that's reclining.
Okay. So yeah, Dathan starts examining First Lieutenant Hartley.
Finds out Hartley's really not a girl; she's a guy.
Emily, do you want to roll a reason and medicine?
Okay.
And I believe that you will have a focus.
Let's see. I got surgery, triage, biology, xenobiology, investigation.
Yep. So that's why I focused.
Okie dokie. Compensation is still 1. Task is 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Who are you looking at? Are you looking at Che or Miral?
I guess Che, since he came in first.
Okay. Okay, you got
Oops.
2 successes, but you got a complication. So I'm going to say that while scanning Che, there is an anomalous reading just before uh, the tricorder breaks.
Okay.
See what you did, Che?
I'm gonna have to talk to someone in engineering about this. Let's go get a new one.
Okay.
And
Well, what you did notice that there were elevated readings within the hippocampus.
Okay, well that's fine. I'm gonna take the new one and we're gonna look at morale now, and we're gonna compare the findings over the 3 of them.
Okay.
Keyword for Josh: hippo.
You want me to do it again? Same thing?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie.
Even better. This one doesn't break. Yes, you're getting the same readings from Aral within the hippocampus. There are additional memories, very similar to Picard in the last episode of The Next Generation. But there also seems to be a slight bit of background radiation that was one of the energies that was coming out of the wormhole.
Okay. All right. So it appears that they've basically formed extra memories, and they have small amounts of wormhole radiation. Am I getting that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And give me 1 second.
It's all Hartley's fault.
Okay, so Dathan scanned you, Nar, just very quickly before his tricorder broke.
Well, at least I'm not the only one crit failing this time.
At which point he says that you all seem to be suffering from the same energy readings. Although, Doctor, you haven't experienced what they have yet.
Clearly not.
She's trying to be different and special.
Well, she is Cardassian. It could very well be something unique to their physiology.
Yeah, no molars.
That would not make the biology different.
Ignore her.
Oh my. All right. Well then. First of all, I'm going to have to go ahead and, since you are currently hallucinating, relieve you all of duty, at least for the day.
Not currently hallucinating. I only had it once. Big difference, Doctor.
Since we don't know the severity of this and how often it's going to be reoccurring until we clear this up, it's probably best that none of you, and potentially myself, are on active duty. I guess I'm going to have to trust the medical staff here to watch things.
Out of character, you sounded hesitant with that last part.
Yes,
Can't imagine
well,
why.
you there is still working here, so
It is my goal that by the end of the first season, you will refer to him by his name.
It's nice to have dreams, Jimmy.
the unfortunately, you're gonna have to have a little downtime, and I think we should probably keep you here for a little longer, do some additional tests. I think right now the best running theory is probably it has something to do with the radiation, and we should be looking into that. But since we're not sure yet exactly what's wrong, this could take longer than just a few hours. I'm not going to confine you to sick bay for now. You don't, as far as I can tell, no one's contagious. But as I said, I'm going to ask you to, or I'm going to go ahead and and relieve you of duty for now.
Doctor,
Mm-hmm.
might I recommend that we put a scanning device on each of you, monitoring heart rate and brain activity.
I'm sure that'd be useful. I just figured as long as I was keeping them in sick bay, we wouldn't necessarily have to do so. Though, to be fair, we could put one on myself. But of course, when they leave, certainly we'll want to keep an eye on their vitals.
How out of character. How dare you have a good idea?
Well, it's just because I out of character, I don't think it's wise that half the senior staff just got sidelines.
That's what red shirts are for.
Just out of character, Darby. She's had more than just one good idea compared to your.
Are you talking about Dathan? Dathan's a guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Dathan. Plus, Emily's also had some good ideas.
Yes, yeah.
No, I
you
wasn't
know.
talking about Emily when I said that. I was talking about Dathan.
Yes, but still, I'm kind of roping Emily into it. They've had lots of good ideas compared to your plethora of.
Wanting to jump into the waste reclamation.
Not my fault. Thought it was a biobed.
It
Knew
is your
something
fault.
bad was going to happen, but I still had to play it out.
Okay. So you spend the next several hours in the infirmary or sick bay. Dathan is examining all of you. There are other nurses as well. So, it's not just, hey, you.
Sure. I mean, I would assume there's more medical staff.
During the
I
6
get bored of
hours,
pacing around sick bay, so I just lay on the bio bed and kind of take a nap.
I was about to say, Dathan wasn't going to let you just wander around sick bay pacing. No. You're being scanned, so you're on the bio bed. I mean, if you want him to, just so you're not completely bored, he'll sedate you. But that's not recommended.
No, she can fall asleep on her own.
I teach Lisa how to play cards.
You teach Lisa how to play cards. Okay, so
That's actually a really good idea because I was going to say Lisa's getting a bit antsy. She keeps moving her legs. She basically looks like she's got restless leg syndrome to a certain point.
Is Dr. Nar going to join in with the card games?
Oh no, I have doctoring to do. I mean, I haven't hallucinated yet, so every time they need to do something, I stop and sit still and be a good patient. In between those times, I'm still being the doctor.
Emily,
Yes.
roll me presence in science, please.
Okay. What do I need to put into that?
It's complication range 1, task roll 2. You're not gonna have a focus.
The fun has started.
Oh no!
Oh no! You rolled a me.
Oh my.
Okay,
Pack your
so
bags, kid. You're going on a trip.
Terdo, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
you know what? I'm gonna say that you have been so involved with your doctor work that you completely failed to notice that everything around you has changed. It's not until that you uh, reach out to use your little desktop imagey thingy, the little spinnable thing that the Starfleet officers have, the laptop with only one button.
That's the height of efficiency right there.
when you reach out to use it, you notice that it has changed.
Damn it.
It is a Cardassian desktop thingy.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you are wearing a Cardassian military uniform.
Maha.
For everyone in sickbay, you saw Dr. Nar go into her office. I will say that actually everybody go ahead and roll me crap. I shouldn't have closed it out. Reason and security.
Reason and security.
Yep. You just need one success.
Even me, although I was asleep.
No, not you.
Of course. Of course. Why
Fucking
should
hell,
my
Arv,
luck?
you are a shitty security officer. You know that?
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Fuck.
Of course. My luck continues.
So, Josh, go ahead and roll.
You would call for a roll the moment that I stood up, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Yes, I will. Yeah, I would. God bless it.
Hi, my name is Jay.
Everybody sees except for me.
The security officer. Everybody but the security officer and the sleeping Klingon see it.
Hey, I stated I was taking a nap. If you want, I can roll just to see what it would have happened if I was awake.
Okay, so essentially what happens is you are hang on.
Yeah, I would have noticed it.
Che and Hartley's there. You notice that she went into sick bay, and I guess was heading to her desk, and suddenly she disappeared.
Hey, you.
Nice.
Well,
Now who's racist, Jay?
I'm just continuing the joke.
well, he also saw he was standing right here, and when she disappeared, he dropped the tricord. It's probably why everything's broken.
He gets startled a lot and drops tricorders.
I'm pretty sure when he dropped the tricorder, I picked my head up from learning the card game that Che was teaching me.
Involves money and you suck.
Oh, I don't know. Let's roll and see how good I was doing in cards. Just because
No,
you said
we're keeping Jimmy from continuing. Shut up.
that. Okay.
So, at which point, Dathan orders security to the infirmary.
I stand up.
You are relieved of duty. You need to return to your biobed.
Ugh, I hate you, Jimmy.
I wake up at the sound of the commotion going on
I
and look around and ask what's going on.
Dr. Nar has disappeared.
What do you mean she disappeared?
She went into her office and she vanished.
Have you scanned the office?
Che is already doing that.
Actually, you start to get up and he says, you have been relieved of duty. You need to return
Yeah,
to the
hang
biobed.
that.
Right now, being relieved of duty is the least of anybody's concern. We need to find the doctor.
I'm going to.
But the last order of the chief medical officer was you are all relieved of duty. I'm well aware enough of Starfleet regulations that stands.
And when you need our expertise, then what?
For command, I have Captain Natan.
And if he gets incapacitated, then what?
I go to the third in command.
And same statement.
There is a chain of command. If you are removed, it just continues down the list. Commander, I was told to study Starfleet operating procedures before being assigned to the Tempest. Return to your biobed. For those that don't see this, Frank has just flipped me off.
Che is still moving.
As soon as security arrives, he tells them to put you back in your bed.
How much of the scan do I get done until then?
How much of a search
None,
of the doctor's?
because he's blocking he has blocked passage into. He is standing right there.
Oh, I can't even search her office.
Nope.
You know, if the dice were more favorable, I could remove him if I could.
Are you absolutely sure of that?
No, I'm not actually going to do it. I'm just thinking out loud.
I'd like to
that
see you
edge of
try.
that edge of threat in Jimmy's voice.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so Dr. Nar, you are surrounded by Cardassian interiors.
Well, of course I'm not. I'm hallucinating, right? So I'm just gonna sit down, or
Okay.
I was sitting down. Sorry, just gonna stay there. I'm just gonna be like, "You there? I'm hallucinating. The doctor is now relieved of duty." And I'm sure I'm
so,
I'm in my office, or at least that's where I was before I started hallucinating. So as
so
far as I know, I didn't go anywhere. So he should
at
be able
this
to hear me.
point, at this point, you see a Cardassian male come walking into the office, or actually, well, technically, you're kind of sitting at, you know what DS9's infirmary looks like.
Sort of.
Oh,
I kind of vaguely remember.
it kind of looks like this, except it's brown. There's like there's a space right where this console is. I think is a replicator or something, but it looks very much like that, except the layout of the room is a bit different. Let me see if I can't send you a picture of DS9 infirmary. Okay, maybe it's not exactly like that. I'm going to just send it to you via private message.
Yeah, I found it. I googled it.
Yeah, but you're sitting at that chair with the round with the that's in the back.
Okay.
And this other Cardassian comes in and says, "Did you say something, Doctor?"
I said I am currently hallucinating. The doctor is now relieved of duty.
Uh, what symptoms are you having?
I'm currently seeing things.
What are you seeing?
The wrong medical bay.
Out of character. I see everything.
Like, I'm not sure if this is one of the staff or a hallucination, so I'm just being very careful about what I say, because either the hallucination will think this is I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing, or one of the staff will know exactly what I'm talking about. So
Okay, so as you are sitting there, this Cardassian is scanning you. At which point, the the door to the infirmary opens, and outside you can see a promenade. You know, lots of Cardassians walking by, and in walks you.
but okay.
At which point she goes, "Who are you?"
Who who are you?
I am Dr. Saski Nar of Terok Nor.
All right. And who am I?
You are an imposter.
Or are you the imposter?
Who just left?
I'm still here.
You see that she has called security, and she has told the medical officer to get away from you and to let Gul Rosette know that there is an intruder on the station.
Bum bum bum.
This does not sound good.
This is bizarre. That's all I gotta say about that. Also, I would assume that I have been here this entire time. You know what? It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna argue with some hallucinations.
You're a Cardassian. Act like it. Fight.
So very shortly, security has arrived.
Maha.
They have drawn their weapons.
Maha.
It's all shiny.
No, it isn't. Okay, so I'm going to do um, one, two, three. So they're firing at you. They've missed.
Good job.
but the heat from the disruptors seem very real.
Well, I am
Force is strong
hallucinating,
with this one.
so you know.
Are you gonna do anything?
No.
Okay.
Use your double as a shield.
Okay, so one of them managed to hit you square in the chest. Hang on a second. Okay.
Ouch.
I think you can roll a fitness and security roll, and it needs there's no focused or no focus. I'm gonna have say complication range of 3, and you get 2 dice, unless you want to spend the momentum to get a third, because now you're rolling to avoid injury.
I don't know. Nah, I don't know. I'll leave it. We'll do it.
Okay.
Fine.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. So Dathan has successfully kept you guys out of the office. At which point, Nar, you feel that disruptor blast. And the next thing you know, you slam up against the this wall and slump to the floor as you are injured.
Medical emergency. Sick bay.
Is that really what you say?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Dathan comes running in and rushes you to here and calls the EMH.
Not the EMH.
Is it Mark 1?
No, it's a Mark III.
Ugh.
You have no idea.
As Dathan is carrying the doctor into the surgery area, I need the rest of you to roll a reason and security roll, or make a reason and security 1 and 2.
There we go. Let's see if I can do better this time around.
Well focused.
No focus. God damn it, Che.
Che is the best boy.
Che is the best boy.
I got a success.
Okay. So as he's carrying her, there is one thing that you have noticed. Dr. Nar is wearing a Cardassian military uniform. Correct me if I'm wrong, but before this, Nar was not wearing the Cardassian uniform, right? She was wearing something kind of
Or Federation.
akin to a Starfleet uniform, or kind of like a cross between the two. What was she wearing?
Gee.
Or was she wearing something very similar to what picture is?
I mean, she was. I mean, honestly, she. Well, I mean, that depends. Like, what she like? Is there a requirement? I don't remember if there was ever anything mentioned.
There's no.
I'm trying to remember the episode where Riker was on that Klingon ship.
No, he wore a Starfleet uniform.
So yeah, she's probably wearing her military uniform. Except, of course, she probably has the a doctor's coat on. I'll Beverly.
Well, since I'm going to say that she's wearing an old Cardassian Union uniform, because with it being the new Cardassian Expeditionary Force, the uniforms are different.
There you go.
Today keeps getting stranger. Che uses the distraction to attempt to scan in her office.
You are so lucky Dathan is so focused right now.
Yes. And hang him.
I joined Chain to find out, to see what we find out.
Kind of stand in between the office and wait, let me look.
Dathan's gonna sedate all of you.
Nathan, just to kind of block the view, but look like I'm super concerned. But my intention is to block the view of the office.
What I roll, Jimmy?
It would be a reason and science.
Damn it.
Nothing.
I assist.
I roll a Benny and,
No.
and
You can't assist because he needs one success in order for you to assist.
And the ship assist?
No, you
No.
need one success in order to assist. But he's also not at a ship console. He's using a tricorder.
Oh.
yeah, the minute he tries to get a scan and doesn't quite get one, he gets out of that room.
He leaves the office.
Yeah, he's not going to get he's not going to get sedated. He's smarter than that. But yeah, he tries to grab a scan and when that fails, he heads out.
I will say that an hour passes.
Wait a minute. While they're in surgery and all, computer consoles,
Yeah.
and on the pretense of just sending a message to Atan, letting him know what the situation is going on, with the doctor. She sends that message to him via the console rather than using open channel. He also uses the computer to tap into the scanners to scan the room.
That's going to be a control and security roll.
And since she has a computer, she gets to use a focus 1 and 2.
Yep. You are not able to.
Darn.
Okay, so an hour later, Nar, you are awake.
Three people lace on the other side of the surgery door bay through that little glass partition, staring at you.
You have never been so creeped out in your life.
Bum, bum, bum.
Or maybe just Che.
Currently, Dathan is looking over here at your bio readings. The EMH has been deactivated. I might as well just do this. There, he's right there.
So, I take it I was not, in fact, hallucinating.
No, doctor, you were gone for at least 10 minutes.
All right, let's get those. Let's get us all hooked up to something now. Keep an eye on everyone's vitals at all times.
Put a device on you, doctor. I will do it to the others.
I appreciate that. And also, I also think it might be a good idea if we have the computer keep track of everyone's whereabouts currently.
Doctor, I have a theory about what might be happening.
Go ahead.
Please realize it's a theory, as I've never encountered this before. I'm wondering if the radiation from the wormhole is causing your consciousness to shift.
Into alternate dimensions.
It's a theory.
It's the best theory we've got right now. Though I seem to have traveled bodily.
I cannot explain that. And I know you have no reason to trust me, but I would like to be able to study this.
You're part of the medical staff right now, so that is currently your job.
At which point he seems to be trying to weigh his words. But he says the method of travel that ship took has been unique to the Cryon people for thousands of years. This could be a side effect for other species, if only for the fact that Cryon are they don't have alternate universe counterparts.
Okay. You know what? I'm not a quantum physicist or any of that. Actually, I'm not sure that's even correct, but it doesn't matter. Whatever you say or whatever you believe, that's fine. I'm not sure that is currently pertinent to the situation at hand. But I'm quite sure that when this is taken care of, if you want to write a giant or a paper about it, then you are more than welcome to.
Well, thank you, Doctor. I will be sure to put your name on it as well.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Hooray!
Sarcasm, not this dude starring suit.
He informs you that the EMH has cleared you to move around. If you'd like to go to your quarters and change out the Cardassian Union uniform that you are wearing.
I would definitely like to do that, yes. But if there are more scans we need to take currently, then that is more important than my comfort.
Well, the device that he has currently on you will take your biosigns and it will keep track of any unusual readings.
Alright, well then, might I suggest releasing everyone to at least to their quarters. I'd still suggest keeping everyone off duty for now, but unless you have more scans you need to be there for, I suggest that I don't believe they need to be cooped up in sickbay any longer.
I agree, Doctor.
Excellent.
So, Dathan comes out and puts a device on each of your necks.
Okay.
You're all excused. You're still off duty, but you can leave sickbay now. I'm going to go get changed.
Wonderful.
Okay. So, I will say that another 24 hours passes. In that 24 hours, nothing happens.
Well, that's refreshing.
Well, nothing as far as you guys traversing the realities. You guys can still do whatever you guys want to on the ship as long as it's not duty related.
That is true. I am going to go get changed. And then is this ship big enough for like a 10 forward like deal or a mess hall or something like that?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go there
Okay.
and, have something to eat and maybe something to drink. I'm off duty right now. I mean, it's a Federation vessel, so it'll be synthahol, but
Right.
it'll have to do.
Yes, because they don't serve an R.
Of course not.
So, so you're sitting at here. Hang on a second. I know what I can do. Aha! The mess hall.
So fancy.
Except it's not nearly as that busted. I know I've said this before, but it's not like a turb lift on one side and an office on the other.
Okay.
It's just like the 10 forward in next generation. They're both, the hallways are on either side.
Gotcha.
Che, where are you at the moment?
Well,
A good
as you
and
can
excellent question.
As you can see, he's there with the blue square with the yellow outline.
That was last episode. I haven't moved the tokens.
Yeah, that was the very beginning of the last episode.
Che is currently taking stock of himself in his own quarters, I think.
Okay. And Morale's in 10 forward? Nobody can hear you, babe.
All right. She's sitting there sipping cranberry juice, staring out the window.
Okay. Okay. So Nar, you're sitting at the bar when this Bolian comes up and sits next to you. A Bolian woman.
Maha.
Darby,
Yes.
press to talk, dude.
I should already be. Wait, what do you mean by press to talk?
Oh, never mind. I didn't realize that was coming from Emily's.
I was about to say.
Sorry, Emily.
No, that's fine.
So yeah, she just sits there and she goes, "So I heard you had quite an encounter in the infirmary or in sickbay."
Word travels fast, apparently.
Generally, yes. This isn't a very large ship, but it's not every day that the crew that certain crew members face vivid hallucinations.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
in fact, so vivid that they.
Hurt you? Did you want to talk about it?
I'm sorry, I don't think we've met before, have we?
No. I generally don't go to senior officer meetings.
And you would be.
Everyone's favorite.
I'm Lieutenant Zota. I'm the ship's captain.
I had a feeling. Right now, it's fine. I just don't particularly care for not being at work. But considering the circumstances, it would be irresponsible of me to not relieve myself of duty.
What have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
This.
Sitting at the bar?
Well, I did have something to eat, and now I'm having a few drinks, but for the most part, I'm experiencing I'm currently experiencing the atmosphere of the Federation social experience, except, of course, from the outside.
Oh, well, how do you like it?
It's different.
I've never actually been on a Cardassian ship before. I don't know exactly how social gatherings work for Cardassians.
It's similar, except that you're a little more insular. You'll have your trust groups together, and not quite as much mixing.
No, there's just a lot of stabby in the back.
But mixing is what makes serving on a starship so much fun.
Well, considering the atmosphere that for a long time the government was responsible for, and that's probably putting it mildly, and the general proclivities of the Cardassian people in general, the whole trust thing takes a lot of time to build, and even then, there's still some level of suspicion.
That's rather interesting.
You're loyal to your family first, then to your people.
sounds almost kind of Denobulan. Denobulans love their family. They're all about them. All their husbands, wives, children.
Perhaps it's similar, but definitely not quite the same.
In what way? Do you I mean, I'm sure that the Cardassians don't have as many spouses. From what I understand, they do love children. Do you have any children?
I do not. I'm. Yeah, I do not. I'm also not currently partnered up.
I see. So you don't have a special someone back home?
No, no, I don't.
But why not? I figured that would be a driving goal after the Dominion decimated Cardassia would be to procreate. Is that not a driving goal?
While I am sure that it is encouraged, considering the devastation, it is not, in particular, my driving goal.
Hmm. Interesting. So what is your driving goal?
Currently, I am focused on my career.
That almost sounds very Starfleet. I know lots of captains that are like that. You'd make it pretty far in Starfleet with that attitude.
Thank you.
Thank you, creepy blue bald woman.
Like, honestly, out of character, a couple times I was just like tempted to just be like, "Are you hitting on me?"
The answer would be no.
The answer would be, do you want me to be?
And how does that make you feel?
Very gently with my hands.
Wink, wink.
um wow, this adventure got so far off track because this isn't even supposed to be the main objective of the mission.
Nora, can you get some blue strange?
No. It's far more likely that Meral will get some gray strange.
I was making a game reference.
I know. I know what you were referencing. Um, so, you know, I'll say that the counselor tries to continue to get to know you. Not in that way, just, you know, since she hasn't really talked with you lately, or ever.
Maha.
What is Hartley doing?
By this time, Lisa is probably coming out of a holodeck from probably like a skydiving program or something.
Okay.
From being cooped up in the medical bay.
You mean she's not replicating a new unitard?
No. And she's probably going to the mess hall to enjoy a meal. And really collect herself and rethink of everything that's been going on during that day. She had a frustrating morning.
Okay. So you are also in the mess hall.
Not to mention the strange look she gets from the crew as she walks past them.
A second trying to... There we go. Oh, sweet. Figured it out. Probably going to sit next to Che.
Che's not there.
Oh, okay. I'm probably just going to sit down at one of the tables. She's not going to have any synthale, but she is just going to enjoy a meal. Probably facing the window.
All right. So, I think for tonight we will leave it here, so I can figure out how I'm going to lead
Heard the
us
cast
into
back into the into the plot.
Yes, herd the cast back into the plot.
I said cats, but that works too.
Oh yeah, that too. And then this way, Josh has a little bit of time before he needs to go to work. A little bit of time.
Yay, nap.
Yay! 20-minute nap.
Something like that, yeah.
So, why don't we all say goodnight, and we'll stop it here for now. And next week, the actual fucking mission.
All right. Good night.
Good night,
All right,
everybody.
well, good night then.
Che goes down to the holodeck, goes into his Dude Beach program, and lounges for many hours. Good night.
Good night.